Hey guys, it's Kevin again, and in this video I'm going to be reviewing to you another movie review, and that is Prisoners. Now, just to clarify, I actually did not get this for Christmas. I bought this with my money. Actually, I didn't buy it with my money. Actually, my father bought it for me because he said he would buy, because I bought something for my mother, and he said since I did that, he would buy 2 movies for me, so this was one of them. And I was really looking forward to Prisoners, and I wanted to get it for Christmas. I just didn't get it, but I did get it, and I'm really happy that I got it. So I was really looking forward to this movie. One, the cast, also the plot. I thought the plot was, like, completely just a really great plot for a movie, and I was really interested in seeing what they were going to do with it. And I thought they were going to focus on, you know, both them and the killer, basically, and what he or she was doing to them. I thought that's what it was going to be. However, that was not the case, and also Prisoners did turn out to be a really great movie, a really intense movie experience, and by far one of the best movies of the entire year. It is a really great movie, however, it is very intense. So the basic plot of this movie, is, in case you don't know, is basically, Hugh Jackman plays Keller Dover. Keller Dover is basically, he's this very religious father who he's getting together with his friends for, Thanksgiving dinner, basically, and, sometime in the middle of it, his daughter Anna and his friend's daughter go out to basically, they're best friends, they go out to play, they say, can we go out and play, and he says, fine, but they see this RV, basically, and, her brother, Anna's brother, is like, oh, no, don't go by it, and, it seems like everything's going okay, but then he comes out and he says that they have been abducted, no word on who's taken them or anything, and, basically, he has to find out who did it. And Jake Gyllenhaal automatically assumes that this person, was the person in the RV. But Hugh Jackman basically decides to take matters into his own hands. He's very upset about this. But also Jake Gyllenhaal is trying to basically uncover things. So that's basically the plot. We kind of have it going back and forth between Hugh Jackman and Jake Gyllenhaal. So I definitely really enjoyed that in the movie. And that's one of the reasons why the movie was so good, was definitely the plot. I thought the plot was just really, really great. And, that was one of the things I was really looking forward to. So, also there's a lack of evidence, basically, that forces the guy and the driver on the RV's release. So that's basically the plot of the movie. So, one of the things I think that definitely made the movie so good, the best part of the movie, are the performances. Definitely, the performances in this movie are extremely strong, which I expected because it's that type of movie. Definitely, I think this is going to be an Oscar contender. It might not, correct me if I'm wrong, I want it to get at least one thing. And that thing that I want is Hugh Jackman for Best Actor, because by far, Hugh Jackman gave one of the best performances of the entire year. He was fantastic in this movie, in my opinion. The levels of anger and just everything he goes through, basically he does whatever he can to find out what happened to his daughter. There's this one scene that's so intense where he's like breaking a sink apart, he's throwing a hammer into a glass wall, basically threatening this guy. He's like, where's my daughter? Things like it was just such an intense scene, and I thought he did such a great job of that. This is by far his best performance I think that he has ever done. Right up with I still think Jean Valjean was a really great performance as well last year, but this is also really great. I didn't think he would be able to do it, I thought Jean Valjean was the best he would do, but actually, no, this role is definitely the best role he has played. It's also a very realistic movie. This is pretty much what would happen in this type of situation, I think. So yeah, Hugh Jackman definitely was the best part of the movie. He was really good. Jake Gyllenhaal was also really good in the movie. He did a good job with basically trying to keep calm and everything, And he's basically trying to keep Maria Bello calm, because Maria Bello also did a nice job. She was a nervous wreck the entire movie. She didn't know what to do, basically. She's just a nervous wreck searching for her daughter, because any mother would be, basically. And I thought she did a good job with that, and Jake Gyllenhaal did a good job with basically trying to keep her sane and telling her, you know, everything's going to be okay and everything. I thought he did a really nice job with that. So that was definitely one of the best parts of the movie, were the performances by far. So, the other thing that worked so great with this movie was the levels of intensity. I think this is probably one of the most intense movies I've ever seen. Definitely just a really, really intense movie. So intense. Completely just, there were many scenes where I was, on the edge of my seat. There were many scenes where I didn't know what was going to happen. The one thing that I was surprised by with this movie was that I thought we were actually going to see what the person, not the killer, I said the killer in the beginning, why did I say the killer? What the kidnapper was doing to the girls. I was interested in seeing what was going on, whether, they were getting drugged or raped or whatever was happening to them. I wanted to see exactly what was happening to them. We don't even get to see that in this movie. And you know what? I'm kind of happy we didn't, because it was so intense. I think if you would have added that in there, it would have been even more intense. Now, the movie is pretty long. It's 153 minutes. Basically, that's 2 hours and 30 minutes. That's a pretty long movie, actually, but it does go by quite fast. Did I have a problem with the time? No, I didn't. I didn't think it was too long. I thought it was fine. That was as long as the movie needed to be. I think in order for them to tell a good story, that's as long as the movie needed to be, so definitely, I don't think the movie should have been any shorter. Just, I think that was a good time. So now we're going to get into some spoiler territory for the movie. So if you have not seen Prisoners, I'm just going to warn you not to watch the rest of this video, because I am going to talk some spoilers. So the main things I want to talk about, of course, in the spoilers is the whole thing with who the actual person, who kidnapped the girls was. I thought it was surprising that it was a girl that did it. I was surprised. I thought it would, for a while, be, actually, I knew it wasn't going to be the driver of the RV, because that'd be too obvious. I thought it was going to be Paul Dano's character. I thought that's who it was going to be, but it wasn't Paul Dano's character, it was her. And, I kind of predicted it after she said, after the girl said, we saw you there. That was definitely interesting. And, she was a pretty crazy woman, if you ask me. Now, the one thing that I do know people have a complaint with this movie is the ending. I personally thought the ending was actually pretty cool. The ending basically, she shoots Keller in the leg and everything, she puts him in the stitch, but then Jake Gyllenhaal finds his daughter, and basically, if you recall, the girls said they heard a whistle when they were kidnapped, so basically, I think what this is implying is that this whistle that he heard is basically going to lead him to find him, and that's basically what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen, is that he's going to find him and everything's going to be okay. We don't need to really see anything, we can just think of it in our head, and I thought that was actually a really good example of show not tell, which is something that you should definitely do in movies, that movies don't really do enough, and I think that was a really good example of it, because I know a lot of people are probably like, that's the ending? How could they end it like that? But they did, they ended like that, and you know what, I was perfectly fine with that because I was so into this movie. Also, the whole big thing with the mazes, I thought that was actually pretty cool, the way, the killer was, why do I keep saying killer? The kidnapper was just drawing all those mazes. I thought that was actually pretty cool when they found out what the whole thing with the maze was. But yeah, that's all I really have to say about the movie. So yeah, definitely this was a really, really great movie. And again, it is very intense. I would not recommend this to children. I would not recommend this to mothers either. I wouldn't recommend it to I really would not recommend it to anyone who's really anyone who doesn't like to be terrified. Don't watch this, because it is quite a disturbing, intense movie. It really is. And I thought the disturbing would come from what we would see if they were doing to the kids, but we didn't really get to see that. But yeah, that's it for my review of Prisoners. Let me know what you guys thought of Prisoners. And who was the best? Do you think that Hugh Jackman will get the Oscar? I definitely want this to get some type of Oscar nomination, some type of recognition, whether it's best screenplay, because the screenplay was really good. I will give applause to that, because the screenplay was good. whether it's Hugh Jackman or Jake Gyllenhaal, or, you know, would you like this movie to be nominated for? Because I do want it to be nominated for something. So yeah, that's it for my review, prisoners. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Okay, bye.